The 2020 AMSOIL Sprint Car National Championship was a crazy year. A lot of changes throughout the year, and it was the first year full-time for Brandon Mattox to run the full circuit. And it earned you the 2020 USAC Racing Most Improved Driver. Congratulations.
Thank you.
For you, first year out on the tour full-time, something you've been wanting to do. What does it mean to you to be able to bring home some hardware at the end of it?
It's super special for me. We started out as a local kid, just loved sprint cars. So we'd try to run the USAC deal whenever they'd come close and it was in the budget. Last year we kind of went on a limb and just decided that we was going to do it, and it was the best decision of my life. I made a lot of friends. We got a lot better. Racing experience, those guys are the best. So I say that every time I get to talk to somebody about USAC, those are the best. So if you want to get better, you got to learn how to run with those guys. So it definitely helped our program out and got us, I feel, to a different level. Hopefully we can continue to build on that and get even higher up the ladder.
We've seen you, obviously, for quite a few years of running with us a little bit here and there, and obviously you know all the players and have run well here and there. What made you decide to kind of take that leap at this point in your career?
Being from Indiana, a lot of those guys run locally also, so you get to taste of their talents already. I want to be the best I can be in this deal. I don't see me going anywhere else. I love sprint cars. That's where my heart's at. So if I want to be one of those top players, when we pull into the track, my goal from day one was to have people just know who we are and know they're going to have to beat us to win that night. So once we got to a certain level around the local deal, I felt like it was time to take that next big leap. And like I said, you got to learn how to qualify with those guys, which is something that was kind of been an Achilles tendon for us for a while. But we picked it up, we learned how to free the car up, and we learned how to get that speed early, and that really helped us out a bunch. But then, like I said, just honestly, the wheel-to-wheel racing every night. I mean, those guys race just as hard for 12th place. I mean, I could tell you story after story, of thinking you got a guy past 10 times at Putnamville by the flag stand, he still ends up back in front of you into turn one. So learning how to race like that, it's a different level of racing, and until you go out on the road and really do that, you think you understand it until you do it. But once you do it, you get more respect for those guys and what their abilities are, and it helps round you on yours. So at this point in my career, just trying to up my own game, I guess, was our biggest reason to go, and the money's better, and it takes money to make all this thing happen. We do it out of our own pocket. We got a few people that help us here and there, but we got to do good every night to get to the next race, so that's important for us too.
We love to see guys take on new challenges and knock off those achievements that they want to hit. You've had good runs in the past at some of the local tracks. I wouldn't say Kokomo was ever a place that was one of your strongest, but you ended the year with the best run you've ever had. Yeah. How did it feel, especially at a place like Kokomo that is a place that you have to go good and that the best guys go good to run so well?
It felt good enough. I just got goosebumps when you talked about it. Kokomo, we've definitely left with our tail between our legs there more times than not. That was one of those places where I had to learn how to get the car right and learn how to race that racetrack. It's a different deal there, and so to go up there, we put in a good qualifying effort and got us we had a good battle with Bacon there in the heat race, which Brady's Brady. He just eats at you until he gets you. So and then again in the feature, we got to race with him a few laps. We'll free our car up and we'll try to race with him some more in the future. But it felt good. I mean, it felt good to finally feel like we got on top of that hill at Kokomo, even if it was briefly, and that gives us a lot of hope for the next year too. That's actually one of my big tracks. I'm excited to go back because I feel like we take a pretty good package there, and once again, those guys are good there. Even at a local level on a Sunday night show, that's some of the best, and it's a lot of USAC guys go there on a Sunday to keep racing and stuff like that. So to kind of get on top of that mountain was big for us. It was big for our season, even being late in the season, because it gives us a lot of momentum going into next year too. 2020 was a peculiar year with a lot of speed bumps in the way. 2021, hopefully more back to normal. What are maybe some things or even a track that are on the 2021 schedule that you haven't gotten to see yet that you're looking forward to as you come back for year two? I'll tell you what, I'm excited to go out east. That was one of the big trips that I always said before I retired. We'd load up and go out there and do that deal, and we get to go twice this year. So hopefully I like the first trip, so the second trip will be fun. But I got some friends out there. We bought a motor this summer from some guys out there and instantly made some friends, and they're all, come to our shop and hang out. And so I think it'll be a fun trip just to get out there. I like being on the road. I got a family and stuff, so I miss being at home after that first night or two, but I like seeing new tracks. I think it rounds you as a driver. You don't kind of fall into the law of the same old place, and you really got to learn your car. And once again, I think it helps sharpen you as a driver. And I'll tell you someplace else I'm excited to go is Eldora. Last year we kind of got robbed from going there.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'd ran there with you guys before in years past for the 4 Crowns and stuff like that. I like Eldora. It's a neat place, and I owe Eldora one. It got me the last time I was there. So, it was one of those nights we had to load it up and tail between our legs and said we'd be back, and then we just never really had the chance to get back. So I'm actually excited to get back there and turn some laps too.
Cool. Well, we're proud of you taking on the challenge and proud of how far you've come, and we're looking forward to what comes next.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.